hey, you guys want to take fish oils? They're like, no. And I was like, why, dude? It's just the oil from the fish. And Eric goes, what do you think, they massage it out of it? I was like, okay, thanks, angry vegetarian. Why don't you go sleep in your leafy bunk and shut up? Speaking of shutting up, did anyone read the Boston Globe this morning? It's nice to be ridiculed. It's nice to be in your own paper, and then when the person totally ridicules you, that's a nice feeling. It's what it does is it builds character.
Matt, we love you!
I wrote her a little note back. I was at the Mix today playing on the radio, because tomorrow we're doing the big Mix thing with a bunch of famous people and then us. And this guy was taking pictures from the Boston Globe, and I was like so mad, because I'd just gotten out of the taxi and I was reading this thing, and I was like, dude, what? I was like, my picture, and it says, you can blame John Mayer. That was the thing, and I was like, this article is going to be good. There's a few things I know about things. I'm pretty sure this one's going to hurt. So I read it, and what they said was, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then, and they said something to the effect of like, well, you know, she was like, well, it's just a bummer that the male singer-songwriter, you know, it's sort of like the idea that like Jewel and Sarah McLachlan sounded the same, but they weren't really. It's just because they had lady parts and they played guitar together. I don't think that's very fair. It's kind of like saying, and so this is the big thing, is that because I have an Audi. I play acoustic guitar that I'm lumped in with people that play different kinds of music than me. So I thought that was sort of, and I got what she was saying. I mean, I wish I was Damien Rice too. I mean, don't get me wrong. And I've often thought, if I could just be Rufus Wainwright, there are moments. So I wrote her a little note back explaining to her in not so simple terms that she in fact wasn't a very good journalist. Lester Bangs So then I signed it with the word that rhymes with duck. And the whole thing rhymed with duck poo, actually. No. It was duck, poor shelf. Do anything later. I'm sure it will keep me out of the pages of the Boston Globe from now on, which is just a shame. You know, I was angry, and that's what happens, and that's kind of rock and roll, I felt. So I wrote this song. I also wrote this song for her. It was written about 6 years ago, but I knew. I knew now. I knew now was going to happen. This is a song about loving. It's a song about when someone cares about you so much that you forget about how much you don't like yourself. I hope that tonight she's crawling into her hovel somewhere.
Lost myself in search of you.
Jan Alderman, or whatever her name is. What is her name? Whatever. Maybe she can just sleep knowing that I care about her in a different way than most people would.